Hello, good morning, everyone. Thank you for being in here with me today. Thank you for letting me in your life, in your day, in your attention. Today, I brought another highly spiritual leveled subject, which is one of my favorites because it can be used for several purposes, and that is about uh, astral projection. As in that thing that we do when we are sleeping and we get to see other things, other regions, other geographical spaces, other planets. I love all of that. And I think that this can be very enriching because this is a practical life. I will bring up some mind exercises that we can do in order to reach this. Now I know that it may seem a little like out there for some people, like way too out there for some people, but still, astral projection is very real. The people who have been using it, some of them have been using it without wanting it because it's happening naturally for them. Some other people are doing it with their own will. And here today, I prepared for us a small exercise that can help us going through that knowledge. Now, the exercise I have prepared to share with you guys, it's actually something that is for beginners, and that is like really meaningful. But to use that for really high leveled astral projection, those simple practices, they should be taken forward, and even each time even deeper and deeper and in silence. And how much longer you get, the much longer you get to practice it, the much you will be able to use it by your own will. Okay, so the idea of astral projection is like this: we are not our bodies. I always say this, right? This part of us that we can touch is our vehicle, is the vehicle of ourselves. So I am the one who's talking to you, but what you're seeing talking to you is just my vehicle, okay? This is like my little car or my little airplane or my train or whatever, okay? Which is highly interesting because inside of dreams, transportation methods are the meaning of your life. So when you get into a bus, you're talking about your life. When you get into a train, an airplane, a car, or a boat, whatever it is, a car, a motorcycle, a horse, whatever it is that is transporting you is talking about your life. How interesting is that, right? Um, but the base of astral projection is like this: because we are not this limited vehicle, because we're not the only 3D part of us, because we are this thing inside that can pay attention and that can talk to other people, that part of us is not limited. It's not limited by 3D limits. It's not limited by time, and it's not limited by space and some other things that limit us, as well as some systems of beliefs, right? Gladfully or gladly. Anyway, so because you're not limited, and because your spirit doesn't ever need to sleep, believe me, what sleep is your body. You get to dream precisely because you don't need your spirit, as in you, the real you, doesn't need to sleep. And because of that, do you know how when sometimes we have dreams and you visit someone or a place that you never knew before, but it feels like a total real dream? Yes, that's because your spirit is visiting that place, is visiting that person. And it's real. It's a second world within us, okay? And some people work to be able to live inside of that world as well. And there's a practice for it. So, in order for you to understand that this is not so impossible, I'm gonna call you to come with me for a teeny tiny exercise, which is a mindful exercise that will help you to understand how an astral projection is done. But again, this will be like a very shortened level of astral projection, but nonetheless, the technique is the same, the base is the same, and the beginning for it is precisely the same, except that when you do a really long astral projection, you did this exercise in a really enhanced level, okay? But come with me to this place. I'm gonna ask you to close your eyes. You know, I want you to picture yourself with a vacation outfit. Can you do that for me, please? Imagine yourself with a vacation outfit. Now, I need you to put yourself in your imaginary world. I need you to put yourself on a station, airplane station as an airport or a bus station. I need you to go to any transportation station. Can you do that for me? Okay, now I'm picturing myself inside of an airport. I'm looking for some people. I can see some glasses because of the doors of the airport. And there I am with a bag, simple clothes because that's how I like to be. And I can see the whole airport. Hey, Kat, how are you? Thank you so much. And I can see the whole airport around me, and I can see all the communication boards, and I can see all the restaurants and the stores for 7 years in the airport. And while I'm imagining myself, now I'm going into the airplane and I'm getting comfortable in my hallway chair because for some reason I didn't get soon enough a web check-in enough to go to the window as I would prefer, but there I am in the hallway chair. I can see the, how are they called? Not waitresses. They are the, I'm sorry, I don't remember the girls who work in the airplane serving people. Thank you so much, girls. You are amazing, and guys too. Anyway, there I am. I'm reading a magazine, and okay, now I'm about to land. And when I'm landing, I did such a good choice. I landed on Hawaii. I hope you get to land on a real nice place as well. But I would ask you to come with me to a beach city, okay? And I want you to imagine yourself with the most comfortable clothing for you. You have a beach chair, and that beach chair is positioned for you in the specific place where you'd like to sit to be, be magnified by that astonishing landscape. And while you are looking into the beach, I want you to come with me to feel the breeze of the sea gently touching your face. I want you to be able to watch all the birds doing all of their noises in the trees behind you. I want you to put a little, like a small mountain on the right side of it. In the back of the ocean, you can see there is some fisherman in his little boat trying to get some fishes. I need you to picture like a mile away from you that there are in the other corner of the beach, there are some kids playing happily ever after with their relatives. And again, I want you to feel the breeze from the ocean gently touching your face, your arms. And then you can feel a little breeze coming through from one side to the other. You can breathe in so much peace and you can feel so much enjoyment. Oh, I just kept that some people were imagining unpleasant things, but that's okay. Anyway, now while you did that exercise, let me share with you some news. You just did an astral projection. Most of all, if you got to sense the breeze from the ocean, if you are really familiarized with it, that's the beginning of astral projection. You just allowed the spiritual part of you to get detached from your physical body to imagine yourself in all those sceneries. And why is that important? Because we do that every single day, every single time. We do that with our minds, sometimes without even noticing. Because some people, well, not everyone, because some people are very grounded, very connected here to Earth. But some people, like me, are very airy and imaginary. That is amazing. And the fact that you can go and feel the breeze of the ocean, even though you're not there, glad for you if you were there. But if you're not there and if you can feel it, you just did an astral projection. This is not a seven head snake monster. This is just an imaginary action. And that is the beginning of it. But what is the beauty of that? This is the very, very short and level beginning of an astral projection. But if you were to want to use this for some really big purposes, that can also be done. So let's say, for example, you have a friend, you have a really beloved friend, but for some reason you guys argued and had a hard discussion, and you're feeling somewhat ashamed to talk to your friend again. You're feeling that maybe you should give it a break, but you miss your friend. You want to talk to him or her again. And you don't know what to do here on the physical reality. So, what you can do in cases like that is to go to your imaginary. So, what I would tell you to do in a case like that, if you want to get back a friendship with someone, you go to your imaginary world, you invite the spirit of that other person to be with you. Take you guys for some place that will leave the both of you very comfortable, not only yourself feeling comfortable, but your friend comfortable as well. And I want you to tell the most honest truth to your friend in that imagination and check what will be your friend's reaction. And every time that you go there and you try to picture it to try to fix your relationship with your friend, and every time that you go in your imaginary to do so, if your friend corresponded negatively, sorry, if your friend respond negatively to that, I want you to keep trying to do that same exercise until you find the conversation that will make your friend give you a good feedback. As in, he will be able to accept what you're saying, he or she will be able to hear you out, they will behave as comprehensive in your imaginary world. So, this is one of many, many possible usages for an astral projection, okay? But there are way too many. In a part of my life, I used astral projection to kind of escape from my reality because I was living the type of life that I wouldn't like to live. I wasn't feeling so pleasant. That was almost bringing me to depression. And I needed to live something differently. So, in my dreams, I built a whole city. I built the type of job that I wanted to work on. I got to bring all of the combining spirits that were kinder to my spirits, to my spirit. And I got to live this whole different life in my dream world. And I had city, I had a house, I had places to go and have fun. I had a group of friends to have fun and amuse myself with. That was a really good moment because even though my 3D reality was getting really heavy on me, I was compensating with that other world. Now, that can be, I know that this sound maybe a little not so good, but still, because sometimes we do this without our conscience order. Our spirits do this from within us into the realms of our dreams, so it can show to us what is the kind of things that we're looking for, so it can show to us that we're trying to live a different reality from what we're living now. But besides that, because we do this sometimes unconsciously, our spirit does the best usage of that tool to help us getting healed from whatever pain it is, physical or emotional, okay? But there is so much more. I have already seen people going through it to cancel wars. I have already seen people doing it to stop friends' fights. I have already seen people doing this to get family forgiveness. I have already seen this from some people trying to confess something really hard for their relatives. I have already seen people doing this in order to be able to reveal themselves as gays. I have already seen people doing this just to amuse themselves and go to somewhere they did want to go, but they couldn't on the physical world. And what is the good part about this? Now, pay attention to this. When you go there and when you do this, remember this. If you are having a bad vibes astral projection, get out of there. You don't need to be there. Just choose to wake up and go back to your conscience, conscient conscience. I hope that exists. And because while you are there, you are resonating, you are vibrating on the same level of your energy. That means you are attracting more of the feeling you are bringing by that astral projection. And why is that? Because you are connected to the first level of the thing on us that makes reality comes to fruition, that makes dreams to come true. So if you are there and you're having a bad vibes experience, get out of there, change the channel, change the imagination, or if you're not getting to change it to a good vibes type of astral projection, remember to do that in another moment, because when you do astral projections, you're going into a very powered mode of you, empowered mode of you. And because of that, you will attract a lot of the energy you will be putting into that astral projection. So remember to choose, remember to focus and to direction your thoughts to a very good vibes place. Okay? Now, to talk about good vibes, remember to get to know Bueno Astral channel, because that's my channel where you can have some medianic experiences with me, or astral natal chart reading, or a tarot reading. Okay? And if you're liking the videos, remember to give us your likes, share with your friends, and also ring the little bell so you can receive the notifications for the next lives. Also, remember to subscribe to our channel, right? Anyway, continuing to the subject. Now, an astral projection, it can be highly above that. Now, let me tell you something. Because your spirit has no limits, you can go to Jupiter. As far as I know, you can go to another galaxy. You can go without limits. You can go to the beginnings of the universe. You don't even have to be attached to the present moment in which you are. You can go to the past. That is a good imagination, actually. If you want to meet Jesus, as I do have that curiosity, the person who he was when he was in here on earth, go there and try to see his steps on earth and go so deep on that up to the point that you get to see it from another moment in life. You can do a lot with it. You can fix relationships, you can fix marriages, you can fix business relationships, you can find the people who has the best opportunities for you. So it's like this. You don't know where the best next opportunity will come for you. Now let me tell you a secret. I want you to get inside of your imaginary world again. If you're looking for new opportunities, I want you to get inside of your imaginary world again. Now, what I want you to do, some people don't need to close their eyes, okay? But in this case, I'm in a very clear room, very lightened, with a lot of light room. So I will need to close my eyes. But if you feel like you don't need to close your eyes to be able to use your imaginary, good for you. You have a more free-minded than I have. But still, come with me to your imaginary world, and I want you to imagine this place really crowded of people coming and going. Okay, whatever it is, the place that you're going, for some reason I chose to go to Madrid. Okay, but you can go to wherever it is that you feel like going. just go to that place, and I want you to feel like that place is very filled with people. Being in that place, I want you to comfortably sit and stay in peace with yourself. Okay. Now, while you're bringing yourself into peace mode, I want you to, in your imaginary world, out loud express what you want to do. So it's like this: I'm there among a lot of people. Some of them are working, some of them are purchasing, some of them, well, there are many people, so they're doing a lot of different things. Some of them are just talking to their friends. But I'm there to look for the opportunity that I want. So I will do it like this. In there, in my imaginary world, I would tell like this: hey, all the spirits that I can see in here, I am looking for a one of a kind type of experience opportunity throughout the world. I came to this kind of international environment because I really want this experience to come from wherever this is. If it needs to come from Japan, from Korea, from China, if it needs to come from Mongolia or wherever, okay? Cambodia, whatever, wherever, Philippines, Europe, United States, Canada, whatever, okay? South America, Central America, anyway. While I'm asking all the regions to come by, many spirits in those regions that have a likely energy like mine, they will start waking up for this information. Even though you cannot see, they will. And you were there in that place with a lot of people, and you just said you were looking for one of a kind type of experience. And while you are in there and so many spiritual ears got opened for you, you will say what is the type of experience you are looking for. So in here with me, I will say, um, I can hear a spirit asking me, what is it that you're looking for? Okay, so I will answer it to that spirit. Yeah, what I'm looking for, it's like this. I have this huge idea that I don't know how to build this up on my own. And it's about a farm that will be actually used for spiritual experiences so people can, in a very safe environment, be able to do those very practical spiritual exercises starting from their own minds. And in that place, I have to do like many constructions to in order to build up all of those experiences. And I need it to be a big place, and I need a lot of esoterical people to be there helping me out as tutors. And I need also the help from someone really interested in this project to come and help me on how to build this, invest on it if one is willing to do that as well. And I want people throughout the world who are interested in having spiritual experiences in order to leave those from their own personal lives. I want them to know that this place will exist and that they will have one place in the world that they can go to in order to make that a reality. And yes, that is the opportunity I have. Okay, and then while I'm there, throughout a lot of spirits, I see this one very in looking like an investor man type of man, and he's coming to me and he's actually saying, hey, I don't know how to actually help you to build that, but I would like to be one of the people to study that. Okay, so I just got one person interested. If I stay in that place as long as I would like to, if I want to really level it up, I can stay there in that conversation, spiritually speaking to other spirits through as much hours as I can or I feel like, okay? Because the more I get into that vibration and into that state of spirit, and the more information I get to pass throughout for the whole world, a lot of interested in kinder spirits throughout the whole world will wake up their perception to something completely new, which would be, what if I had a place in which I could have spiritual experiences? Where can I find a place like that? And in that, I'm just waking up the subject here on Earth. So I just gave to you my example because this is one of my dreams and it's a real dream for me. And I'm being completely honest about all of this. I just don't know how to do this, but I'm always calling spirits to see how many kindred spirits are interested in that project. And while I'm there, I can see that some people are starting to pay attention. Not everybody stopped to hear me, but some people appeared in that imagination to come talk to me about that subject. And if I stay there long enough, I will see how many spirits are interested. I will see if any spirit is interested in investing on it. But more than that, if in that imagination no investor appears, investor or investor, I think, right? But if in that imagination no investor appears, I have already spoken to so many spirits that one spirit can pass the idea on to someone else, that will pass on to someone else. And the idea got so big that maybe they will get to go ahead and create that environment. And that's not bad. I mean, of course, I would like to be able to work with it, but if the idea gets to enter the world just by entering the world, just for people to start trying all those experiences, part of what I wanted is already being accomplished, actually, because if it was mine, of course, I would have a lot of passion for it because it's my dream. But the main focus here is not to serve myself, is actually to be able to give a lot of people a place, a safe place to have spiritual experiences, okay? And well, this is just one of the ways to do so. So you can go into your imaginary to look for a job opportunity. You can go into your imaginary to look for your future husband and your future soulmate. You can go into your imaginary world to check what will be the next country you will visit and who will be the people and type of people you will meet there. You can use an astral projection to heal yourself. Okay, let's talk about this, okay? So while you are okay, if you're feeling sick and you want to get healed of that and you want to use astral projection for this, I'm going to tell you a way to do that, okay? Remember that for this to work, you would have to go into a really, really, really deep level of it, okay? But I'm just giving you a glimpse in here. So if you want to get healed from something, I want you to imagine yourself laying down on a bed, comfortably on your own bed, comfortably on your own pillows, sheets, and covers. And what I want you to do is separate a part of yourself, leave your body laying down on that bed, connect a silver wire from that body part of you to the spiritual part of you. Now I want you to take the spiritual part of you, and from above, you will look at your body laying down. While you are in that place, I want your spirit to find where is the disease, where is the place that is hurt, where is the harm on you. If it's emotional, if it's physical, if it's mental, just go there and check it. Now, I want you laying down to ask the spirit part of you, looking yourself from above. I want you to ask to it, Spirit, please find everything that is hurt in my body. And please tell me, what do I need to do to get that healed, but like for real? After you do that, your spirit will come with you with some insights, some behaviors that you may have to change, some line of thoughts and trend of beliefs that you may have to change. that if you get to do as it says, you will get to experience each time your disease getting healed, each time more. But if you don't do as your spirit says, you will keep in the same state. And why is that? Your spirit is linked and attached to the Akasha realms. Akasha realms are the realms of all the wisdom of everything that there's ever been, that there will ever be, and that there is right now. Because your spirit gets to access the Akasha, he gets to access the whole wisdom of the whole entire life system. And because of that, if you trust your spirit to do that task, it will do it for you. But remember, you have to trust. If you don't trust, it just doesn't work because your spirit is highly, highly responding to what you believe. Okay? So you can use astral projections for so many good things in your life. Remember to only use it for the good purpose. Because if you go, again, as I said before, to a bad vibes type of place, it will cause you more harm than good. Okay. I wish we could go into a very deep end level of astral projection together, but this is actually really personal because maybe the places I would take you to visit, they wouldn't be the places you yourself would like to visit. But you can try that for yourself and you will choose what you will live in those astral projections, and you will be able to go do the things you want for yourself. Just a little something. If you also want to use that for dreaming, lucid dream, that is highly possible. Just before dreaming, go into your imaginary and put yourself in the place that you want to dream of. And while you're doing exercise and you go to sleep, you just give an order to your subconscious to go by that spot again on your world, in your dream world, okay? And you can use it to choose what you're going to do in there consciously. Of course, that to be able to do that, you have to do the practice very oftenly. You have to practice it at least 30 minutes a day, at least 3 times a week. Because to be able to command your dreams from that perspective, you have to be really familiarized with your spiritual body. And you really need to familiarize your spiritual body with your conscience because they're not so attached to each other. Okay, your spirit knows that your mind has trend of beliefs that are not so correct into the spiritual world. So it could be a difficult in the beginning. But yes, you can also use that to start lucid dreaming, which I love. I love lucid dreaming. It's one of my favorite experiences as well. I wish we could go really deep into this, but this is all I got for today, okay? I have already passed a bit of my time anyway. So if you were in here with me today, thank you. If you will ever be in here with me at any point of your life, thank you too. If you just passed by, thank you too. And I hope you have a lovely day, a lovely weekend ahead of you, and that you get like hugely inspired from your inner realms to get to know the best version of yourself in order to bring the most pretty part of you from within to the world outside to share it with everyone so you can use your best energy to expand yourself throughout the whole world. Thank you so much for looking for your spirit. Thank you so much for trying to conquer the deepest parts of yourself, okay? I hope you feel very blessed and blissful. And I hope you to have a wonderful weekend ahead, that you can feel the best part of you is there to fully enjoy life, okay? So I hope to see you here again soon. And remember to go check Love and Moon Boutique. They have a lot of awesome products that you can check to see esoterical things to put in your house to make it a match to what you're living on this spiritual phase right now. Let me go with you through it for a bit because there are so many things in there that I love for myself. Let me share this with you. So in here on Love and Moon, you first of all, in here you will find the wellness space. And if you become a membership, hey, that's me. If you become a membership of this space, you will have emotional support, you will have tarot and astrology support, you will be able to have enhanced courses of spiritual subjects, and you can also, so I still treasures. Let's see some really nice things that they could. Okay, now this is totally my vibe. You can go through all of this. You can see that there are many things. Oh, there's even a tarot card storage in here. I love these things. You can also go to, this is one of my favorite parts, the tapestries. Look at how many pretty things you can find to put that on your house or to take with you to wherever you go. So you can make your outside life match your inner life. I hope you have liked it, and I hope to see you really soon. Have a nice day. Thank you from my heart. Thank you, Love and Moon Boutique, for this divine space that I love with all my heart. And everyone, have a really nice day. Bye bye.